Good afternoon, Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Marcus Bagwell. We're keeping an eye on the potential of some strong to severe storms late this evening, especially overnight into early Thursday morning. And it looks like areas that are north of I-20 probably have the best chance of seeing some of these stronger storms. Let's kind of set the stage on what we're seeing this afternoon. We're actually getting a lot more sun, still some clouds mixing through, but a very warm afternoon. Temperatures as of about 2:30 into the mid 70s, some low 70s noted up in our northern counties. You've also noticed the return of the Gulf moisture. Dew points are close to 60. This is not looking at mid upper 60 dew points. We're not going to see a rapid increase in this moisture. This is where it's expected to stay. It's more of the weather dynamics that are going to gradually kick in. That's noted by the wind. Sustained wind right now, 10 to 15 miles an hour as of about 2:30 this afternoon, but we've had some wind gusts close to 20 miles an hour for us. You notice some of our wind gusts here just shy of that 20 mile an hour mark for us as we went through this afternoon. Let me take you to the bigger picture as we are tracking this next cold front. The front is already beginning to approach into portions of Oklahoma right now, and this is where we anticipate some storm development. Now, farther to the north, where the front is already starting to see some introduce some thunderstorms, we have a severe thunderstorm watch in portions of Iowa, back toward Missouri and Kansas, and even southeast sections of Nebraska. Farther downstream, I anticipate a weather watch, most likely a tornado watch, coming out for portions of Oklahoma in the next few hours. That's because more cloud cover breaking through, the cold front approaching, and the upper air dynamics helping to generate the storms. That's where the storms are going to occur first. They'll start to backbuild a bit to the southwest and then eventually work their way into East Texas. Let me show you how this is expected to play out. This is going to be our KETK computer model, also the same one that you see on the East Texas Storm Team app. So again, the next couple of hours, I'm not looking at much problem. Let me backtrack there. That gave it a little extra pause point. There we can notice as we go into the afternoon, we're still looking at maybe a spotty shower or two, nothing significant. I want to point your attention though, what starts to take place. Notice how these storms are really beginning to fire up back near Tulsa, Oklahoma City and whatnot. But we're seeing maybe some brief development begin to occur in our west, northwest counties. We'll have to watch this to see if any of this out ahead of this main line starts to turn on the strong side. This will be the area that we'll mainly watch for. 10 o'clock tonight, these storms coming out of Oklahoma into Texas. And this line certainly featuring a risk of damaging wind gusts. That's what we are anticipating as the primary concern into early Thursday morning. There's 3 a.m. The main core of this is pushing off to the east. Still some lingering showers and storms. I think as the farther south you are from I-20, the lower the chances for anything severe. That doesn't mean the storms won't be noisy. I do anticipate some rowdy thunderstorms still up to about daybreak in the morning, but the cold front and the weather dynamics are pulling away, and that's why we expect the storms in our southern counties, especially south of I-20, to weaken with time. Mainly south of Highway 79, the storm threat does reduce a whole lot more. Okay, let me give you a look at the high resolution rapid refresh model. This model updates hourly, giving us a good handle on what's to occur, and we're going to do a little comparison as well. Here's 5 o'clock. Maybe a spotty shower or two. Sometimes the model is a little aggressive on this, but we also saw that on our KETK model. Let's get it into the evening. Now, notice here, ahead of the line, and let me note where the line is. This is the line of storms. This is the line of storms here up near the Red River back into Oklahoma. Notice ahead of it, we're starting to see some individual storms form too. There is a possibility that this could occur. If this were to occur, there is a greater concern for a tornado risk and a larger hail threat, so we'll need to monitor that. This would be for areas north of Highway 80 primarily. And then we start to focus on the line. The HRRR model has it coming in after midnight or after 11 o'clock into early Thursday morning, starting in our northwest counties and then working its way through. This model even a little bit more aggressive, actually bringing in a little bit more precipitation going into early Thursday morning for a good part of our area. So we'll need to watch for this too. I still think in the along the east and northeast side of this is where more of the strongest activity will occur, but we could still have some gusty winds, maybe below severe limits, down in sections of deep East Texas going into early Thursday morning as the rain will gradually begin to pull away. All right, here are the severe threats heading into tonight through early Thursday morning. We're primarily looking at heavy rain and damaging wind gusts, but the threat for hail and an isolated tornado or two cannot be ruled out. And again, the greatest area for severe storms is primarily going to be north of Interstate 20 and then east of Highway 69, as we saw some of those storms still bowing out as they cross south of I-20. Either way, we've got to keep an eye on this, and we certainly will here in the Storm Center, as things could get a bit bumpy late tonight. Make sure that you have our East Texas Storm Team app. Keep an eye on the storm. You'll get a latest update to FUTURECAST this evening. That should be between 6 and 7:30. You'll get custom weather alerts. The key for us here is that this is going to happen at a time when the majority of us are asleep. So having a way to get weather information is important. NOAA Weather Radio, East Texas Storm Team app. Myself, meteorologist Andrew Samet, will be here watching things closely through the evening. Carson will join us in the early morning hours. We'll probably see him tomorrow morning too, as we're tracking these storms move through. I'll have another update starting at 4 o'clock on KETK, and we'll go through 6:30, 4 o'clock to 5:30 on KETK, 5:30 to 6 on Fox, and then 6 o'clock to 6:30 on KETK. We'll have the very latest weather information. Be sure to follow me on social media as well. We'll post some additional updates there as we go through the rest of this afternoon and this evening.